Greetings from your queen of Ooga Booga, that is. Hi, I'm Diane, and welcome to our weekly palm reading show where I read the palm pictures that you send in. And everybody's welcome to send in their palm. Send it to the Queen of Ooga Booga at gmail.com. I require 2 pictures of your palm, one of your left, one of your right. Make sure you include all your fingers, your thumb, and the hand about down to here so I can see the heel of your both hands well, and send it to the Queen of Ooga Booga at gmail.com. And I must say, only send your own palms. If somebody else wants a palm reading, have them send the palms to me themselves. Okay? And without further delay, on to our palm readings. Now, Brenda. And Brenda is a Taurus rat born in a steel year. She's an organized person. She's a very independent thinker. She's overcome some challenges emotionally. I could see that when I look at her map hand, that's what you were born with. She has a headline that's extremely long, which indicates somebody who spends too much time in thought, which keeps us from spending a lot of time in action. But when I look at her life hand and what she's done with this, her headline is markedly shorter and crisper. So whether it's through meditation or just willful concentration, Brenda has managed to overcome a lot of the thought processes that could have drug her down through life. I see that I did mention that she was independent. It shows her as being independent from, say, the mores or the thought processes of her parents. She chose her own path. She has a lot of spiritual guides looking over her for her entire life, and she does have a good long lifeline. I think one of the really cool things I see is when I look into, say, her senior years, which is the ones that are toward this part of your lifeline right here, toward the heel of your hand. She's just got a ton of spirit around her. So whatever she does in that last part of life to draw in spirit, she really opens the doorway there, which, being a person that likes the Ooga Booga stuff, I think that's very, very cool. Brenda has a strong fate line. She can make things happen, and she can make her voice heard in a very public way. Okay, and thank you so much for sending in your hands, Brenda. Okay, and now we have Uni, and Uni is a Libra steel dog. She's a creative sort. She has put up some pretty serious boundaries in her life. She's sort of a standalone kind of a person. She may be one of those who marches to the beat of a different drummer, if you will. I see she's got a lot of energy in the area of Mercury, in the area of emotions, and basically a lot of all things mercurial. Uni can be changeable. I think that Uni may have difficulty relating to people from time to time, and she certainly has difficulties getting people to understand her. But those who are her friends forever. She has a very deep, very colorful, but short heart line. So Uni does not suffer fools or people who might emotionally abuse her or take advantage. Again, that gets back to the whole putting up her barriers. She she knows what she will speak her mind. These are quick hands. Uni makes snap decisions, and when she wants something done, I have a feeling that I'm looking at a stubborn person here. She's opinionated, and if she's I'm sure she's strongly aspected in the area of business, because I'm seeing somebody who can think it through, plan it, and do it boom, boom, boom like that. And you've got there is a good, clear thought process in the beginning, as long as you can stay disciplined. I think meditation or yoga would help Anneke a lot. You have good leadership abilities, but you need to work a little bit on your patience issues if you choose to be a leader. I see a fairly smooth lifeline. It feels a little quiet. I think this is a person who tries hard to keep life going smooth and tranquil, and does seem to succeed at that. Creative. Okay. You do have a strong fate line, so I hope that you do strengthen and build your creative abilities, because you could have some real big successes this way. And I worry that you might put your creative talents on hold, just kind of getting lost in the workaday world. Okay, and thank you very much, Uni, for sending in your poems. And now, Carl Bill. And Carl Bill was born in the year of the Steel Dragon. And, well, my producer said that if I need to say something, I really need to say it. And with Carl Bill, I think there's a bit of a maturity problem, to be real honest with you. I think that he's having a little bit of problem dealing with life changing so fast and moving forward. I was actually surprised to see fingernails on the other side of his fingers, because he strikes me as being a nervous type. I almost expected him to be a nail biter. I see somebody that you're an intelligent person and you're imaginative, but sometimes you can be a little bit of a Walter Mitty and be caught in your own imaginative world. And so you have to work on that a little bit, becoming a little bit more grounded. Maybe start carrying crystals like onyx or hematite, to kind of keep you a little bit more grounded and a little bit down to earth. I think that you're a little bit out of step sometimes, and it makes you irritable and it makes you impatient with situations, and a count 10 would help you a lot. You have some really nice psychic abilities, and you know you have those. You just haven't figured out how to develop them. And my suggestion to you is start with anything. Start with scrying. Start with reading the tarot. Start with a book on mediumship. But start somewhere to develop this and strengthen it. Good intuition can be a friend to you, and it can help you not feel so out of step, and it can help you feel not so impatient if you have a little bit more faith in your own intuition. Let's see what else I see here. even though I do see you as being a bit of a late bloomer, you do have leadership ability, and you do have a point of view. You do have a passion. You do have something that would make you bring that leadership ability out. And you're also well aspected in the area of business later on in life. And as you go through life, you just keep getting better and better as you go through life. I can almost tell you that your favorite part of life is going to be your senior years. But it just keeps getting better. So hang in there. Thank you so much for sending your palms, and keep watching. And now, Anneke's reading. And Anneke has a very interesting configuration in her hand that tells me that her life situation, the situation at the point she was born, changed drastically during her very early formative years, and changed drastically for the better. It makes me wonder if maybe she was adopted, or whether she was taken to a different country, or even a different town. But in her hands, I see a very positive transformation from what the situation she was born into, to the lady that she has become today. And even her childhood seems much happier. And there's in life, I see her able to, there's a good difference between the headline and the heart line, and that's not the situation into which she was born. Anyhow, it's usually don't see that big of a change from one hand to the other, so I had to address that right from the get-go. Anneke has some good writing skills. She has good communication skills, and she uses communication and creativity together to reach out to the world. And she's got these wonderful long psychic fingers that do reach out to the world. She's got some good intuitive ability. She has a really nicely built up mound of Luna. This is somebody who follows her instincts. This is somebody who remembers her dreams and probably keeps track of them. Somehow she's got her hand on the pulse of what's going around her spiritually. If there was one word that I was going to say that Anneke is about, as far as socially, she is about unity. And she is the kind of person who brings people together. See what else I see here. Bear with me. Overall, I see Anneke as being a well-liked, well-grounded person who knows her own mind. She's got a good thought process, a nice heart line, even if it is a little bit short. There's a sense of balance and tranquility in this hand. I think she has a very healing personality. And Anneke, I hope that you use that to heal humanity. Thank you for sending in your palm. And now, Julia. Julia is an organized person. Organized and neat are not the same thing. She knows where everything is in her junk drawer. She's just got this, for lack of a better way to put it, she's got this overwhelming heart line. It's like it's the strongest line in her hand, and it really shines through. This is somebody who wants to shoulder everybody's weight. This is somebody that wants to help everybody. This is a very loving person. This is somebody who knows people are fragile, who knows people make mistakes, and loves them anyway. I think that's the Catholic point of view. I do see that there are family members that just drive Julia around the bend, but she seems to even take that bit of annoyance in stride. I will say, though, that Julia knows when to cut people loose. She's not a total enabler, although I'm sure that she's been accused of being that from time to time. She has a broad view of people. She reaches out to people in a very open manner. And like I said, Julia can overlook... Julia doesn't expect perfection from herself or others. She expects excellence. I am looking at somebody who has good leadership abilities. I'm looking at somebody who's curious, always asking why, always wondering why. I could relate to that. Change of life isn't going to be pretty, Julia. I'm sorry. Some of us have it easy, and most of us get a lot of hot flashes. Okay. Julia has a long childhood here. She's well into her 20s before she actually strikes out on her own emotionally and finds her own feet and her own bearings in life. I like the energy and the depth and the joie de vivre that I see in her 20s and especially her 30s and early 40s. These are active, productive, challenging times of life. And they are the sort of thing that when you get to be my age, when you get to be older, you'll look back and you'll be proud of yourself for the things that you have accomplished. You have one really good relationship line here, so that tells me that when you find the right one, that there is a right one for you, and that you will find the right one, and you will have that long-term, lifelong relationship. You've got really good energy, even in your old age. A really nice, long lifeline. If the worst I can say is change of life stinks, it stinks for a lot of us. Okay, good leadership ability. Okay, if there was one thing that I would worry about with you is that you can be impulsive, especially if it's something that just, there is this underlying passion and you can get caught up in the moment and you can be a little bit impulsive and jump in with both feet. There are worse things. Overall, I think that it looks like you're on a good path in life. Just keep on going that way. And thank you so much for sending in your poem, Julia. And now, Naya. And Naya has some real interesting hands. I'm pretty sure that Naya probably reads the tarot cards or the runes or the pendulums. There's a lot of just over-the-top spiritual energy here. There's something very exotic about Naya. She's creative. Some people might find her a little mysterious. She's definitely a self-made person. She has clarified who she is in life. She's clarified the way she thinks of herself and the way she presents herself to the world. And she's actually clarified herself around her heart. This is somebody who came from meager beginnings and reinvented herself into something really spectacular. Naya, you have a lifeline that just goes on and on and on and on. This is somebody who will live to see 100. And what I like best about it is just the energy that I see in this line. You are going to be one feisty old lady when you get to that point in life. Definitely a high energy person, definitely a free thinker, an independent thinker. Even as a child, I doubt that anybody could tell you what to think. I'm pretty sure you knew who you were going to be in this life from day one. You do have a good relationship line, and it shows up as being a later on in life thing. But there's only one relationship line, and I think that I get the feeling that this is a relationship that might not start out as well as it could, that gets better as it gets older, kind of like a fine wine. Really good communication skills. You have some pretty solid boundaries. But when it comes to people, and this is again, you have some just over the top good intuitive ability. Because even though, when I look at your beginnings, something about where you started out life taught you not to trust people. When I look at who you are in life, you are somebody, maybe you don't trust people, but you love them. You love them right from the get-go. And you help them to be trustworthy. So you don't not trust people always. You just know that you kind of have to trust everybody but count the silver, like my mom used to say. Okay. Naya, it's been an absolute pleasure reading your palms. Thank you so much for sending them in, and thank you for watching the Queen of Ooga Booga. Okay, and that wraps up another weekly palm reading show. I'd like to thank everybody who sent in the palms, and I especially like to thank you, the viewer, everybody who's tuned in. Remember to subscribe and share. Tell your friends, tell your strangers, tell your family, tell everybody about me. And if you would like your palm read, just send a picture of your left hand and your right hand to queenofoogaBooga@gmail.com. Make sure you include your palm and fingers and the entirety of your hand. I need to see the heel too. Also, send only your own handprints. And until next week, goodbye from your queen. Your Queen of Ooga Booga, that is.